Hey, what's going on, guys? How we doing? Your boy Yazoo. Sorry for the lately. I haven't been streaming at all or uploading to YouTube. Took a small break for like couple weeks, almost 3 weeks. I went back home. Back home is Dominican Republic. I went to see my dad um and see my brothers and sister as well. They live over there, this in Dominican Republic. So I was there for a little bit, hanging with the family and stuff like that. With that said, we are coming back streaming. Back to the schedule, 1 p.m. Monday to Friday, all that jazz, right? But this video is not for that. This video is to talk about, we all know it, ESO. This video is to talk about what's going to happen with the YouTube channel. I do want to continue playing ESO and uploading ESO content to the channel, but I think I'm gonna explore different things. All right. With that said, probably explore different games, probably explore different formats. Probably doing a lot of different stuff. And test the waters around because I'm fortunate. I don't see myself playing ESO much longer. It's not that I lost the love for the game because I still play the game offline even. The problem with ESO is I lost all hope for any changes or fixes, right? With that said, dude, I'm gonna stop playing ESO at the moment. No, I'm still gonna continue streaming and playing ESO and still uploading content to ESO. But my content has been limited by some situation. For example, there's in the current stage of ESO, the best videos on YouTube are, we all know it, is build videos. And right now, what build are you creating for open world? Because BG builds, let's be honest, you slot whatever you want and you just go have fun, right? When you get to the higher MR, build can become a little more, you can add a little more different things here and there. But with that said, let's be honest, nobody's looking for, what is the meta for Stamp Strike BG build online. No. Usually people look for like open world builds. And right now, let's be honest, with the current stage and tests going on in Cyrodiil, there's not a lot of builds. Everybody's running the same shit. It is what it is. Everything is a meta. Because there's not a lot that you can run. So with that said, the current stage of open world is really dog shit in my opinion. The current stage of the game, PvP wise, dog shit. I dislike and like a lot of things too, right? So let's be honest. There's some things that are like well put together, like the new CP system. At the beginning, I thought it was dog shit, and then I went in deep into it, and it's actually weaker than the old CP. With that said, it's actually, to me, is better. There's some things that need a little work, but that's fine to me. But I don't mind the current CP, but that's not what we hear. What I'm here is to talk about the dog shit meta going on right now. I mean, it's a burst meta, end quote. Is if you're in a high MMORPG and you have a healer, forget about your burst, dude. Nobody dies. It is what it is. Healing is so strong, way stronger than burst right now. If you don't need a really strong healer to be strong in BGs right now, if you're playing group BGs, it is what it is. Heal is so strong right now, so strong, dude. It's beyond strong. But with that said, you can still kill a healer and still do damage and all that. But the problem becomes is when somebody is really good playing a healer. Now we're having a problem here soon, like it becomes a problem. But it is what it is. Open world is still the same thing. We're doing a test. There's not even helping open world because the game is still lagging as fuck, and it's not gonna get fixed until there's some money involved in the fixing of open world. And to be honest to you guys, they're not looking to add more costs to whatever they build into it. They're looking to reduce the cost and to make more money out of it. The reason why Microsoft bought the game was because it was already a healthy cash flow game. With that said, it's a game that will sustain itself with the hardcore community for a long time. They can make the money back. Not only make the money back, still making money, but it's just a passive income, for them. I'm going to be straight honest. With that said, I don't know if they have any hope for the game, like making it better or anything like that. I don't know if they want to even try to do that. I don't know how much money it would take for them to make this game relevant again, like things like that. Can this game be better? Yeah, hells yeah. We all know that because we love the game. We play the game so much, right? But are they going to invest and put the time into it behind it? I don't know, dude. I I can read the future, but I lost all hope. I've been sitting here listening to the same thing every single time. We're gonna fix it. This is gonna get fixed. This is gonna get fixed, and it's either get worse or get even worse than what it used to be. It is what it is. Something else I would like to talk about is all right, what do you think is a big stream in ESO? If you stream under the ESO category, I think a big stream is somebody that can hold 60 plus viewer in ESO, because ESO category is not as big, right? If you hold 60 plus viewers, you're a big stream in ESO. It is what it is, right? With that said, if you're a PvP streamer, and you stream open world, and you go play group BGs by yourself against either random group of players or players that are actually grouping together because they're in group BGs, and they are decent or good BG players or high MR players, you're going to get target. It's not because you're a streamer, it's because you're a threat and they know you need to die. It is the name of the game, isn't it? Usually really high MMR players don't play objectives, so forget about them going to play objective. You might feel sometimes you're getting focused, and it might be true in some cases. I'm not gonna disregard that at all, right? But most of the time, because you're a threat, you're gonna get targeted. It is what it is, all right? They know they need to get rid of you. That's how it works, all right? And sometimes you might feel different type of way on solo BGs. And you might feel the thirst. There's some thirst players. It is what it is. We don't know who they are. But with that, you just gotta move on and keep playing it, right? It is what it is. That's one thing. If I was you, I just don't fit into their mentality, right? Because the moment you get mad, they're gonna keep doing it. Do as I do, right? Because it happens to me plenty of times. I talk a lot of shit, but I don't mean half of the shit that I talk. I'm just saying, I'm just talking shit because that's naturally who I am. I'm competitive. Even though I don't care about the game, I still don't like to die. It is what it is. And I will try to make any excuse like everybody else about it. If I die because I die, I die. But, there's times that you can feel it. You can feel it. There's some people might be tagging you a lot, but it is what it is, right? That's one of the things I want to talk about it, because lately it has been an attack of BGs, and sometimes some players go on BGs. They're not really good players, decent players. They're playing open world, and they think they can just hop on in any build, and then they win a couple matches because low MMR, and right away they get put into high MMR match, and they don't do as good, and they're like, oh, I'm out of here. I'm going to zero. This shit is dog shit. But you were just having fun playing low MMR. Now you're high MMR. You don't even up to the challenge. Because those guys already high MMR, they have the high MMR builds. They're really good players. They're not bad players, right? Now you have some competition. Now the regular build that you were playing low MMR is not gonna work. Unfortunately, it is the name of the game, Especially if you're doing group BGs and somebody else is queuing as a group, like as a premate. Like if you don't know who the good premates are and you facing them without knowing their names, you're gonna get destroyed. It is what it is. All right. Number 2, for the people that don't think this meta is dog shit, I feel sorry for you. I mean, it's a great burst meta, but it's not really a burst meta. Let's be honest. Heal is way too strong right now, especially non-CP. Open world, I don't talk much about open world because I don't do much open world. As of right now, it is not because there is no proc set. No. It's just the gimme kick, like he's wearing the same sets. It's just weird, bro. It's just weird. It's not what I sign up for. I like to choreograph a lot. I get bored of the sim builds, and I just don't see the way, dude. There's no way you can choreograph anything in open world right now. You just got to play with the sim builds. It is what it is, right? But with that said, it is okay for you to think this is cooler meta is really good. I don't blame you for thinking that way, but this is not the worst or the best meta we ever been part of, right? This meta has a lot of plus and a lot of negative. And the test was introduced to fix some things in Zero. It's not gonna get fixed. We all knew that, right? I think we all knew that. I don't know if anybody have any hope, because I didn't. I knew it wasn't gonna fix the lag or anything like that, right? It was just, it's not going to fix none of that shit. All right. But with that said, all right. Number 3, it needs to be said, and I'll say it right now. Especially on BGs, right now, with one hand, you can count the amount of good players. One hand. And I don't think I can fill one hand with the amount of good players on BGs right now. This is because a lot of players have quit and not playing the game anymore. And the current players that are playing, it's not that they're bad, it's just they're not as great as the other guys, right? Now in group play, they're better players. Because there's guys that like play really well in groups. There's some other guys that play really bad in groups, right? Some players that are really good in BGs right now, they play really well around groups, right? But solo, as a solo player, they're not a threat. You don't feel threatened by them. Like, you know, it can go either, some player can go either way, or you know you have them, right? It is what it is. Right now, I can mention in 3 players that are like are really scary to fight if you're facing 1-on-1 because the ability and because they are really good players. And I can say like Akin, a really good player, really offensive player, right? That doesn't mean he won't be able to die. You can kill him, but he's just really strong. He's a really good player. The same goes for Arcanex. Arcanex is really strong, really good player. You can kill him, but let's be honest, the guy is the beast. The guy is really good. I think offensively wise, consistent wise, right now in ESO, there's not a consistent DPS on BGs. And I'm talking PCNA, guys, just in case, all right? What else should I say? For the guys that think that are like, and with this, I'm not saying, look, I'm not saying I'm good. I always said this. I'm not the best, but I know for sure I'm not the worst player in ESO. And with that, I'm happy. Trust me, there's a lot of bad players in ESO. So I'm happy. I'm really happy. All right. Now, if there was a rank system, there would be a different situation. Be talking about the position of people in ranks, things like that. Depends the class they play. You know, that situation. But we don't have that in ESO. So we got to talk about ability-wise, just skill-wise. And if you're really honest, you already know who they are, right? They're good and they're bad. I cannot talk about dueling because I don't duel. It's something else I don't do. I don't participate in any dueling because it's just, some people enjoy it. I don't, you know? I enjoy open world. I hate the lag. That's why I don't do open world. I love group play. I hate big, massive group play. That's why I love BGs. It is what it is. And for those that are like, oh, I don't enjoy BGs because you have to queue and wait for a queue for 10 minutes. Yeah, but you run for 20 minutes before you get into a fight in Zero. And then sometimes it's just a one-shot fight, and then you do it again for 20 more minutes. So what's the difference? I'd rather just sit and wait to get consistently fight than just run around trying to get fights. And sometimes you're not, even if you know how to look for fight, you still gotta like, come on, let's be honest here. And I'm sure some people will disagree and agree with me, and that's fine. I'm just here putting my thoughts out there. What I think, you know, is what I think. You might have a different mentality about the situation in the game and who the good players are, right? But I'm sure a lot of people will agree with what I'm saying. I love the burst of the current stage of the game, but I hate the meta of the current stage of the game. And I don't think it's gonna get any worse. I mean, it can get worse. I meant to say, I don't think it's gonna get any better. I think for here now, you're only gonna get worse, right? With this said, guys, thank you for listening. I know it's not or respect from me as a content creator. But I just felt that I needed to put my thoughts out there. And if you have any question, I'll be streaming on Monday. Check me out. 1 p.m. EST time. Giazu _ is twitch.tv/Giazu _ see you up there, you know, and have a good time so we can talk about it even more. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. All right. See you guys. Thank you for listening.